because this evening I was just going to read from a wonderful book that I love so much. It's The Heart of the Buddha's Teaching from Thich Nhat Hanh. I've got it up in the chat as you heard me type earlier. I'm just going to read the chapter on the four immeasurables, so we'll cover all four. How's that this evening? So let's go ahead and just get ourselves centered and get into whatever position works for you for meditation this evening. As we settle in, we're going to get in touch with our breath. I like to take 3 very deep, slow inhalations. Hold for a slow count of 8 and a slow exhale of 8, but whatever works for you, let's just go ahead and take a couple minutes and we'll get started. This evening, as we be mindful of our breath, let's just take a moment and swoop to the top of our heads, pick up any tension that may reside from the day, whether it be between our ears, on the forehead, down through the cheeks, relax the jaw, and just slowly let go of any tension that might be in your head, in your face, and just continue to breathe. In the inhale, give thanks for the oxygen, for peace and for joy. In the exhale, just let go of the day. Just breathe. Let the tension that may reside in the shoulders, in the chest, the back, just let it gently fall. Let the tension drain down through the arms, out the palms, and into the ground. And just breathe. Be mindful of any tension that may reside in the solar plexus, your lower back, down through the hips, through the legs, past the knees, and let it just fall out the bottom of your feet. Let Mother Earth draw the tension away, and just breathe. As you breathe in, be appreciative of the joy, the peace, the presence of the moment. And exhale, just let go. The 4 immeasurables are described by Thich Nhat Hanh in the following way. The Buddha respected people's desire to practice their own faith, so that it is why he encouraged the Brahmin man in his own language. If you enjoy walking meditation, practice walking meditation. If you enjoy sitting meditation, practice sitting meditation. But preserve your Jewish, Christian, or Muslim roots. That is the best way to realize the Buddha's spirit. If you are cut off from your roots, you cannot be happy. If you learn to practice love, compassion, joy, and equanimity, you will know how to heal the illnesses of anger, sorrow, insecurity, sadness, hatred, loneliness, and unhealthy attachment. Whoever practices the four immeasurable minds together with the 7 factors of awakening, the 4 noble truths, and the Eightfold Path will arrive deeply at enlightenment. And just breathe. Love, compassion, joy, and equanimity are the very nature of an enlightened person. They are the 4 true love, the 4 true aspects of love within ourselves and within everyone and everything. The first aspect of true love is the intention and capacity to offer joy and happiness. To develop that capacity, we have to practice looking and listening deeply so that we know what to do and what not to do to make others happy. If you offer your beloved something she does not need, that is not intention. You have to see her real situation, or what you offer might bring her unhappiness. In Southeast Asia, many people are extremely fond of a large thorny fruit called durian. You could even say they are addicted to it. Its smell is extremely strong, and when some people finish eating the fruit, they put the skin under their bed so they can continue to smell it. To me, the smell of durian is horrible. One day when I was practicing chanting in a temple in Vietnam, there was a durian on the altar that had been offered to the Buddha. I was trying to recite the Lotus Sutra using a wooden drum and a large bowl-shaped bell for accompaniment, but I could not concentrate at all. I finally carried the bell to the altar and turned it upside down to imprison the durian, so I could chant the sutra. After I finished, I bowed to the Buddha and liberated the durian. If you were to say no to me, that I love you so much I would like you to eat some of this durian, I would suffer. You love me, you want me to be happy, but you force me to eat durian? That is an example of love without understanding. Your intention is good, but you don't have the correct understanding. Without understanding, your love is not true love. You must look deeply in order to see and understand the needs, aspirations, and sufferings of the one you love. We all need love. Love brings us joy and well-being. It is as natural as the air. We are loved by the air, We need fresh air to be happy and well. We are loved by the trees. We need trees to be healthy. In order to be loved, we have to love, which means we have to understand. For love to continue, we have to take the appropriate actions or non-action to protect the air, the trees, and our beloved. Love or loving kindness, as they find the word love, some words are sometimes known to be too dangerous, and sometimes we need to use the word to give it time to heal. Love is a beautiful word. We have to restore its meaning. We have the seeds of love in us. We can develop this wonderful source of energy, nurturing the unconditional love that does not expect anything in return. When we understand someone deeply, even someone who has done us harm, we cannot resist loving him or her. Buddha declared that the Buddha of the next eon will be named Maitreya, the Buddha of love. The second aspect of true love is karuna, the intention and capacity to relieve and transform suffering and lighten sorrows. Karuna is usually translated as compassion, but that is not exactly correct. Compassion is composed of being together with and no suffering. But we do not need to suffer to remove suffering from another person. Doctors, for instance, can relieve their patients' suffering without experiencing the same disease in themselves. If we suffer too much, we may be crushed and unable to help. Still, until we find a better word, let us use compassion to translate karuna. To develop compassion in ourselves, we need to practice mindful breathing, deep listening, and deep looking. One compassionate word, action, or thought can reduce another person's suffering and bring him joy. One word can give her comfort and confidence, destroy doubt, help someone avoid a mistake, reconcile a conflict, or open the door to liberation. One action can save a person's life or help him take advantage of a rare opportunity. One thought can do the same, because thoughts always lead to words and actions. With compassion in our heart, every thought, word, and deed can bring about a miracle. The third element of true love is mudita, joy. True love brings joy to ourselves and to the one we love. If our love does not bring joy to both of us, it is not true love. Commentators explain that happiness relates to both body and mind, whereas joy relates primarily to mind. This example is often given. Someone traveling in the desert sees a stream of cool water and experiences joy. On drinking the water, she experiences happiness. We don't rush to the future. We know that everything is here in the present moment. Many small things can bring us tremendous joy, such as the awareness we have in good condition. We just have to open our eyes and we can see the blue skies, the violet flowers, the children, the trees, and many other kinds and forms and colors. Dwelling in mindfulness, we can touch these wondrous and refreshing things, and our mind of joy arises naturally. Joy contains happiness, and happiness contains joy. Some commentators have said that mudita means sympathetic joy or altruistic joy, the happiness we feel when others are happy. But that too is limited. It discriminates between self and others. A deeper definition of joy is that it is filled with peace and contentment. We rejoice when we see others happy, but we rejoice in our own well-being as well. How can we feel joy for another person when we do not feel joy for ourselves? Joy is for everyone. The fourth element of true love is upeksha. This means equanimity, non-attachment, non-discrimination, even-mindedness, or letting go. Upa means over. Isha means to look. You climb the mountain to be able to look over the whole situation, not bound by one side or the other. If your love has attachment, discrimination, prejudice, or clinging in it, it is not true love. People who do not understand Buddhism sometimes think upeksha means indifference, but true equanimity is neither cold nor indifferent. If you have more than one child, they are all your children. Upeksha does not mean that you don't love. You love in a way that all your children receive your love without discrimination. Without upeksha, your love may become possessive. A summer breeze can be very refreshing, but if we try to put it in a tin can so we can have it entirely for ourselves, the breeze will die. Our beloved is the same. He is like a cloud, a breeze, a flower. If you imprison her in a tin can, she will die. Yet many people do just that. They rob their loved ones of their liberty until she can no longer be herself. They live to satisfy themselves and use their loved ones to help them fulfill that. That is not loving, it is destroying. You say you love her, but if you do not understand her aspirations, her needs, her difficulties, she is in a prison called love. True love allows you to preserve your freedom and the freedom of your beloved. For love to be true love, it must contain compassion, joy, and equanimity. And just breathe. Wherever you are, as you breathe, just take a moment. Find that joy in the presence of this moment and let it go outwards into the world, unabated, without judgment. Feel the energy as it leaves the center of your solar plexus. Let it radiate outward. Share that joy with anyone and everyone without judgment, completely at peace. And just breathe. Take a deep breath and smile. Let that smile radiate outwards. Release the joy from within. And just breathe. And just take a moment and feel the joy for yourself. For you should equally share the joy outwards as well as inwards, because both deserve joy. And just breathe. And let's just gently take a deep breath and bring ourselves back to the room, easing ourselves back, taking joy in today and the moment. Thanks to everybody. What a beautiful evening, beautiful shares. And if you're new, I hope you feel welcome and I hope you come back. Let's go ahead and take a moment, assume the position, and we'll do a dedication of merit. I really enjoyed Shelley's word of smorgasbord, all the information that I was able to share of Thich Nhat Hanh this evening. We touched on happiness and love and joy and equanimity, all beautiful things. There's so much richness, as Josh put, in the flavor of biting into a peach, so much richness and sweetness. As we go forward in our day and our week, may we find that richness, find that joy in others. And as we celebrate in that joy, may we find that joy within ourselves as well, equally as important. That's where equanimity comes into play. May you have a wonderful evening, a wonderful week. Namaste.